Good evening, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the predictions video. Yes, earlier today, and very early today, I should clarify, all of these skins rotate into our store, and basically in this video, we're going to go ahead and try and figure out which of these skins potentially might be the best investment for this week, which of these skins might help us walk away with some sweet, delicious looking profit. So sit back, relax, I'm going to start yapping. Right, so I was not actually expecting Halloween skins today. Seems Facepunch changed their tune. Basically, it was always intended to only be the 17th and the 24th to be Halloween rush stores. I know it's the 31st. I get that. I know it was odd to me then, but they turned around and said, you know what? We'll do 3 weeks of Halloween. All right, fair enough. By default, we have to sit here and say this then. Holiday themed skins, Halloween skins, they don't tend to retain value. It's very unfortunate, but this is something that keeps repeating every single year, basically. I should also point out SEMM.ABP is not working very well, so if something goes wrong, you've been informed, you've been prepared. Right, so look at all of these skins and accept that in the future, you will very likely see all of these skins potentially going into the negative. Be aware of that. Now, here's another weird thing that happened. This rush store rotated very early. Normally, a rush store would rotate like 8 to 10 o'clock in the evening, London time. But today, 4:30 in the afternoon, very early. But what also happened was, for about 20 minutes, there was a skin that was accepted in the rush store, but then it was taken out. That right there is the Undead door. Now, this is going to become marketable and tradable. 85 people bought this skin. But why was it taken out? We don't know. But it appears to have been in the Rust store for 20 minutes, around 20 minutes basically. Only 85 individuals bought the skin. I've already pointed this out on likes of Twitter and whatnot. I've informed everybody, and I have no clue what went wrong. Nothing official has been said, but it's not in. It doesn't look like it's getting brought back in again. It looks like it's going to be marketable and tradable. Chances are we have a very rare skin that's now currently right there in front of us. It's not currently marketable, but next Thursday, so when we do the abnormals and whatnot, that's going to be one of them. And how expensive do you reckon it's going to be? Now, in comparison to the likes of the Neon Dragon Garage door that was accepted earlier this year, but was removed after almost an hour, that had over 1,000 subscribers. This has 10 times less, more than 10 times less. The Neon Dragon Garage door on the Steam market right now is selling for $300. That's making you think now, isn't it? So I'm actually going to have a special video talking about this that'll come out the next day after this current video you're watching right now. So I'm going to go over all the details, explain what happened, but yeah, I have no idea how to value that. Chances are the richest people who, invest into like Ruskins and whatnot, they decide. Whatever they like to offer for it, I'm thinking they're going to be able to buy it. So chances are potentially up to $1,000 maybe. We shall see. But that's not currently in the Rust store, and that's something we can't invest into. So if you did manage to buy one of these, yeah, you've bought something that's very valuable right now. So keep you informed. Keep an eye out for the video that'll come out on Saturday. Right, let's move on. Let's talk about all of these Halloween skins and try and figure out potentially what is going to be the best thing to consider investing into. Now, if I was like desperately wanting to put some money down with the hopes of at least one of these skins likely retaining value, it will very likely be the Deathscape Sheet Metal Double Door. Now, I know with the previous week, we had the likes of the Dark Magic Library Sheet Metal Double Door, which was quite gimmicky towards the likes of Halloween. Had pumpkins all over it, cobwebs, candles. Yeah, we questioned it, but we always kind of we kind of like got to the point of looking at all the sheet metal doors that came accepted this year. We realised that the worst performing one only went down by like 20% of its value, and they've all basically returned back to their rush store price at the very least. Every single one is doing okay right now, with quite a few of them already like comfortably rising up in price, even though we've only just kind of finished October now. They really didn't suffer. So Deathscape Sheet Metal Double Door, let me just clarify, not that gimmicky for Halloween. Not exactly like sitting there and saying Happy Halloween. No, it's like the catacombs style art with bones on display. It looks nice, and the glow in the dark looks even cooler. Get a good look at that. Wow. Not surprised to see it was accepted, but another Sheet Metal Double Door. Well, it don't really matter, it appears. So that right there, I think, is going to probably be a perfectly fine thing to put your money towards. Now, how high will it go? I don't know. How much will it sell by next week? I don't know. But it definitely looks like it's going to be the top selling skin by the end of next Thursday. And, well, if it does, let's say, around 20,000 subscribers, that'd be fine. It wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be too bad. But at the very least, with the next Rush store, it will be the November force wipe, which would mean we are going to expect the November update. So we would expect an early Rush store next week as well. Okay. Deathskate Sheet Metal Double Door, at the very least, a smart bard can always lead to some success. And I'll be honest with you, maybe it does dip below its Rush store price at some point in the future. It's selling at $2.99. But based on what I've seen with all the Sheet Metal Double Doors this year, at worst, it might go down to maybe $2.50. Yep, that doesn't really feel that bad. So, okay, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see how much it sells by next week. It is abnormal next week. We know that that's going to become marketable before the Rush rotates. Wednesday night going into Thursday morning, midnight. Now, if you don't fully understand how that all works, basically, look in the description right now. You'll see the links to all my socials. On Wednesday night, 9 PM London time, I will be streaming. I'll be figuring out prices for all of these skins, and we'll be chasing after the likes of the skins such as this, which are abnormal, because they will be appearing marketable at a set time, midnight, Wednesday night going to Thursday morning, London time. So just point that out. If you don't fully understand abnormals, I'll hop over to the likes of here, look at the likes of my YouTube, and take a look at my previous videos over the past, let's see here, past 2024, look at all the abnormal barders we've done. Yeah, look for the 2024 ones if you can. The more recent ones, watch the first 5 minutes, skip ahead to the barders by looking in the chapters, and yeah, you'll get a good idea of how it all works. Alright, cool. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. I've been screaming a lot because I was taking part in a special Halloween event. Right, so that's looking quite appealing. Out of all these other skins then, what's also potentially looking quite appealing? I want to talk about the Nightmare Clown set. More specifically, the burlap, but I think the balaclava will be okay. So, okay, let's just take a look at the likes of this. So as you can see, it's a clown set. And I don't think we've ever had a clown-themed skin being accepted. It's also primitive, burlap clothing, not too hard to produce this. So if you just want to kind of like casually walk around, be goofy, you've got that available now. Also, Terrifier. There you go. I think people want to dress up like that and just spook people. Now, anyway, looking at this, I will sit here and say I don't think we'll be seeing that much burlap clothing in the future. We didn't really get that much this year. So, okay, taking that into consideration, maybe things will be alright. And also balaclavas, don't get too many of those either, do we? Okay, well, as a full set, it looks like it's selling reasonably at the moment. Let's see how much this sells by, of course, Wednesday night. But it's not abnormal. We don't have the abnormal time advantage. But do you understand? I can't help but assume a lot of people are going to have fun dressing up like a clown. You got the perfect clothes to wear now, hey! But anyway, I could see like casual usage and whatnot. I could see the appeal. Yep, it's 99 cents each. We'll see how it turns out by next Thursday, but I don't think it'll be selling ridiculously. I think it'll be reasonably okay. Okay, right then, looking at the remaining skins, what's also looking to be somewhat appealing, I think I want to talk about the likes of the Slime Monster Tier 2, purely based on the idea that if we do see a continuation in the future, yes, this will very likely spike in demand, spike in price, but I do believe this will drop off pretty hard. It's more of a case of, I think I could pick these up with a very lowball buy order, hold on to them throughout the year, potentially see Slime Monster Tier 3 or Hoodie and Pants in the future, and then make some wonderful profit. That is essentially what we had with the likes of the recent Pumpkin Hoodie and Pants, because like 2 years ago, we had Pumpkin Tier 2 being accepted, went down to about 40 cents each. Over the past 2 years, we saw the likes of the Pumpkin Roadside Gloves being accepted, and then we saw eventually the Pumpkin Hoodie and Pants, another core piece. And that went all the way up to like $2 or $3. From 40 cents to $2 or $3. It's not a huge profit, but if you had a lot of the skins, there you go. Now you understand. So Slime Monster, can't help but assume you're very likely going to end up the same. Now you might be sitting and saying, Hedge, it's green. Well, it's also pink and purple, and it's too bright to be green camouflage if you're wondering. So, okay, now we understand. Right, so that's somewhat okay. Right then, shall we talk about the remaining skins? So I have to bring this up. Looking at the likes of all the remaining skins, I will sit here and say this. With the likes of Epic Skins, he's been producing a lot of holiday-themed glow-in-the-dark, like neon designs. Now, I think SMM is still broken, so I'm probably not going to be able to show off all the skins. But whilst a lot of them have gone down in price a fair bit, they haven't like dramatically crashed in price. So I'm looking at this, and I'm going to sit here and say, will that drop off? Probably, yeah. But with a smart buy order, I think I could potentially make some decent profit out of it. I've seen the likes of the small box from last year. I've seen it's gone down to half. I know, I'm well aware. But looking at it, even then, smart builder could still walk away picking these up for a super cheap price and flipping them potentially for another Halloween, or just in general. People like these neon designs, and people like the full set that he's producing. In short, don't be surprised if we see a Christmas large box being produced as well. Maybe we see it being accepted. We shall see. Anyway, perfectly fine looking skin. And then what I'm going to sit here and say now is, with the remaining deployables, I'm very sorry to say this, so we've got the likes of the tomb storage, we've got the likes of the neon ghost door, we've got the likes of the necro furnace and the Franken bag. I'm very sorry to say, but I just can't help but assume they're going to go down in price. Like, quite bad. Maybe Franken bag not so much, because we really don't get that many Halloween sleeping bags ever. But we do get a lot of furnaces, we do get a lot of small boxes, we do get a lot of sheet metal doors. They're all very gimmicked towards the likes of Halloween. And I'm very sorry to say, but I'm a fair bit worried that they're all going to struggle. It's definitely going to be a case of lowball barders. Like, let me just reiterate this. I know I could very likely pick these Slime Monster Tier 2 pieces for very cheap. They're going to drop pretty hard. But I know I can pick these up for a cheap price. I know I can hold on to them for the foreseeable future. And next year, if we do see the core pieces, I do eventually see, in the long term, a nice profit to be made. But with the likes of these skins here, I just don't see it, really. Do you understand the difference with what I've said there? Maybe we see some continuations being produced. That's cool. Will everybody instantly remember that this goes with that? Probably not. But they do with the likes of clothing and armour. That's why with the likes of the pumpkin, hoodie and pants, people instantly remembered the tier 2 armour, and that spiked demand, spiked in price. You get the idea, I'm sure. So that was very straightforward. And then, of course, we had the likes of the Mummy AK-47 and the Ghost Halloween L96. By default, outright, I don't expect much from them. I fully believe they are very likely going to go down in price all the way down to $1. So both of them would be 60 cents to 80 cents. I will clarify this, though. With all these Ghost Halloween skins, they've actually not done so bad. We've had an AK, we've had the likes of a SAR, we've had the likes of an MP5. Now, I can't show you right now because, unfortunately, SCMM is not working properly. But what if I went over to here real quickly, Ghost Halloween, and you will see for yourself that they aren't down that bad. So this MP5 is currently selling for $1.50, sold in the Rush store at $1.99. Yep. The Ghost Halloween AK-47 currently selling for about $1.40, sold in the Rush store at $1.99. And the Ghost Halloween SAR sold in the Rush store at $1.99. It's now sitting there at basically $1.95. And let's just quickly clarify that, showcase this off. So I don't know why specifically people are like very eager to have these. Like, I don't want to sound mean. I'm not like kicking it down or anything. I just genuinely don't know why they've done reasonably good, and many other Halloween weapon skins not so much. So I'm not 100% sure it's definitely going to be the same with the likes of L96, but I did want to point that out. These skins have actually done quite okay. Okay, right, that's nice. And then with the likes of the Mummy AK-47, it looks interesting. It's got this interesting blue like style design to it with the aim sight and whatnot. The aim sight not super clear blue, but it is like very dark blue and whatnot. But it's another AK, but it's like wrapped up like a mummy. But Halloween AKs in the past have dropped off very badly. But it's kind of more unique and interesting compared to all the other ones. By default, I'm like 60 cents to 80 cents. But there is like a bit of curiosity within me that's like, surely people might like that though. But I just don't want to end up suffering by offering too much for a holiday themed skin that just drops and crashes and burns. I've seen it happen many times in the past. So if you're not super confident, just lowball it. Simple as. Right then, so that's basically everything in regards to skins. I'm sorry I couldn't show off all the tools with SCMM.app, but it's a bit not working. It's awkward. Not working good. All right, anyway. So let's talk about some interesting details in regards to what we have on the commits. So next week, November Force Wipe, there appears to be some media being produced for that. And I just want to also point this out. We are going to get brand new skinnable items. As you can see here, skinnable backpack. And as you can see here, that's the first backpack skin that's been produced. Hardsuit backpack right here in front of you. Will it be accepted? Don't know. But you know what? Maybe, just maybe, when they introduce backpacks to become skinnable, maybe they want to, you know, actually accept a skinned backpack. I mean, I wouldn't say no, I'm just pointing it out. But yeah, Shedmon usually is the fastest person to put down a brand new holiday theme skin, or when a new item comes out, evidently with this bag here, very quick. So, alright, it would be a collection continuation. I wonder how people look at this and think, oh, do I really want to skin my bag? Or think about this, would you want a redemption bag? Would you want a no mercy backpack, you know? Think about it. Out of all the collections in the game, comment below right now, what collection would you like to see make a backpack skin? I'd love to hear it. So that appears to be on the horizon. Not this skin in particular, but backpack skins being a thing. So you're aware. Oh, we're going to get Christmas ones. We're going to get Santa's sack. I just realised that now. Loads of people are going to be super eager to make that, and you will buy it. I know you will. All right, anyway, so just a nice thing to be aware of. And of course, lots of other interesting things being mentioned. Tier 1 custom SMG, not custom SMG, sorry. I read SMG and I instantly think custom SMG. Tier 1 SMG, I think it's ready. We'll see. Could it be ready just in time for likes of next week for November update? We'll see. And lots of other interesting things being mentioned and whatnot. So always keep an eye on the likes of this. If you don't have a link to it, it's linked in the description as well. So feel free to go ahead and keep an eye on the likes of that. Siege weapons currently being worked on as well. Just remember, it really does look like it's all purely for the likes of the primitive game mode. I'm pretty sure the siege weapons will be available in the standard game, but such a big focus on likes these because they're putting an effort in to have official primitive game modes, so no guns, no explosive, no technology, just raw power of sword and smack and crossbows and whatnot. So yeah, you get the idea. Keep an eye on the likes of this. Ballistas, battering rams, siege towers, and horses that pull them along. Now, if that's the case, I'd love to see them like introduce wagons and like carriages and whatnot. That'd be cool, you know? So we'll see how all of that turns out, but I think that potentially might be ready for the beginning of next year. I'm still thinking this is what they're going to have for the likes of the Twitch Rivals event. Primitive Twitch Rivals. That will be funny. But will it happen? We shall see. So, cool. That's it. That's a wrap. That's everything. So hopefully SEMN will be fixed by tomorrow. I really do hope so. And I hope you all made some very nice investments when skins were cheap during the likes of October. Because let me just point this out to you. October was really, really, really good. October for 2024, 89,776 average player count. Basically 90,000. It was as good basically compared to likes of August. Almost as much as July and whatnot. There was 20,000 average more players playing this October compared to last October in 2023. And, you know, probably due to the world update and whatnot, but Rust is still growing. Awesome. So things are still looking very nice. And yeah, cool. So that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later. See you and goodbye.